So I've noticed that this is a common occurrence where a bunch of people that I used to kind of pursue, but not really. It's either that or it's just some people that I don't care for in terms of like attraction. And maybe it's because I grew up with a lot of guy friends, but I find it really irritating whenever a guy has a crush on me and it's not somebody that I have a crush on. Maybe that's like really egotistical and narcissistic. I mean, I wouldn't put it past me. I do have some other cluster B disorder traits, such as NPD, along with my BPD, but I don't care. I try. I really, really try. I try to be sympathetic. I try to be empathetic. I try to be compassionate. I just can't. If anything, it makes me so upset because why are you going to ruin this friendship that we have? What we have, like, if we have anything in general, and then you're gonna ruin it by having a crush on me. Maybe I've become one of those girls. Maybe this is like a canon girl event, but for me, growing up with guy friends, it's just so annoying. Like, what changed? What changed? Me wearing makeup? Me wearing a dress? Me wearing skirts? What? Am I not still the same person that you found really annoying at some point? Actually, multiple points? And then, as soon as I wear makeup, as soon as I start being more feminine, you start to like me? Okay. So, what I'm getting at is that you like who I am based on my looks rather than my personality. Well, yeah, but now I found your personality really charming. No, you don't. In fact, you want me to suppress it. That's what you're saying. Literally, every single time I've dated or pursued or kind of been with a guy in some form, they want me to suppress these masculine traits that I have. Oh, you should dress nicer for my family. Oh, you should, introduce yourself as this and that. Don't tell them you go by all pronouns. Don't tell them this, that you just act less you. Be less passionate. Be more quiet. What? And maybe that's why. Maybe that is why I find people liking me, just specifically guys liking me, so annoying. Why do I have to change myself? Why do you like it when I change myself in some form and I really express myself in a different way than I typically express myself, just to be together? Like, what's the point? Like, this is why I don't dress up. I don't dress up because every single time, amazing friendships that are built on trust, like actual casual conversation, something like substantial, gets ruined because you lust for me. What's the point? Well, what's the point? Right? I don't know. Maybe I've got to talk to my therapist about that. Y'all said for me to post the whole rant. I'll post the whole rant. In fact, we're gonna start anew. Right? So, past few weeks, we got 1, we got 2, we got 3, we got 4, we got 5. Right? 5 times I have gotten guy friends come up to me out of nowhere saying, "Oh, I realized I have a crush on you." Why? Why though? Where is this coming from? First of all, I thought you hated me. Not like hated, but like I wasn't your type. But then, it came to me, and not even in like a dream. It was like a post-work thought, because I got work, I'm employed, yeah? I don't spend all day thinking about this. They like me because they saw me in makeup, a dress, and or a skirt. Why? Why is this y'all's kink? What did I do to deserve this? Why do men? I say this almost every single time. But why do men believe that they are entitled to somebody in general? Okay? I typically dress like this. Not with the glasses. I have actual prescription glasses that I can pull out right now, but these are blue light, and I'm working on my $25 per hour job right now. I just want to take a second during my break to tell y'all, I don't dress girly. I don't. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason. Not because my favorite anime is The Wallflower, but also because this happens every single time. I dress all pretty, I get all dolled up, and they just assume that, oh, I'm going to change who I am. I am strong. I am fierce. I am independent. I am loud. I am passionate. That is not going to change. Mommy, I am literally Puerto Rican, Chinese, and Filipina. You are not going to change that about me. In fact, while we're at it, happy API month to my fellow Asians, whether it be South, East, West, North, I don't care. And my Pacific Islanders. And my native Hawaiians. Love y'all. However, why do we fall into this trap where men have their little anime girl fantasies and we are kind of subject to that every single time? I remember just recently, I joined this dating app just for funsies. I joined Hinge just for funsies, just to see who I attract. And if I omit certain parts of myself, like how masculine I am, who will I attract? And of course, number one, it's the fetishizers. Going, oh, I like your ethnicities. Oh, you're Asian? What flavor? I mean, I ask what flavor, but like they're always kind of like weird about it. Like, you're Asian? What flavor? And they're like serious about it. Like, no, no, we are not having this conversation. And then they proceed to go, do you watch anime? Well, yes, but like, does that matter? Why are you asking me about anime? Also, I'm not even close to Japanese, first of all. In fact, this whole thing, my whole appearance does not scream Japanese to some people. Actually, not some, all people. Let's be serious. Unless you are either racist. No, that's it. You're just racist. There's no other explanation why you think that's okay in the modern day. It's just so much going on in this world, and one of them should not be guys hitting on me purely because I dress more feminine or I express myself more freely, right? Because what I'm wearing right now is just something I threw on, right? This is just some random stuff I got out of my closet, and that's just how it's always been. I dress myself how guys always dress themselves up. sorry. If I stutter, do not point it out. I literally have a speech impediment. Or I grew up with a speech impediment and I'm getting over that. Okay? Cool. Be awesome. Actually, part of that speech impediment is actually because English is not my first language. Yeah, that's why my vowels are all mixed up. I grew up in the South. Yeah. And so, me knowing Tagalog, specifically Olongo, which is closer to Spanish than the Tagalog language, that was not acceptable, especially not in northern Florida. You can pass in maybe SoFlo, not up there, mama. It's like North Korea up in there. South Korea is southern Florida. Literally, there's more diversity. It's more populated. People like it more. Northern Florida is northern Korea. Yeah. Except instead of being communist, it's actually Confederate. Yeah. I am so annoying. This is my favorite part. I recognize that I'm annoying, right? But I hate it when guys point it out. Because how did you not know I was annoying when you met me? How? Do I not, like, hold on. Do I not look annoying to you? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. What about this says completely sane? What about this says completely mentally stable? What about this says neurotypical in the way that, or just like at least, normal in today's society? What about that? Like, there's no way. There's no way. Especially if your girl is alt, she's definitely somewhere in there. There's somewhere in there. In fact, while we're at it, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, correct? Why do we romanticize mental illness? Why do we romanticize and antagonize mental illness? Why? And why do we like Barely Human in this day and age? What? No, I didn't say that. Yes, I did. Actually, Barely Human is not only romanticizing mental illness, but also is fatphobic. And it's been really apparent, but nobody wants to point it out. Actually, someone has, but they don't respect them. Why? Why is that? Because they're a real emo. I hate saying that. I hate saying it. But there is a proper distinction between new wave emo and people who have been emo since the start. Actually, previously to quarantine. Just because you listen to Panic at the Disco, and Fall Out Boy does not make you emo, mama. Actually, it just makes you into mainstream rock music. I'm sorry. This was supposed to be a rant about something else, but then I got a little sidetracked. I believe that we as a society need to change. How exactly? Stop being so scared to be awkward. Stop being so scared to be weird. Stop being so scared to think. And I know people hate it when people say, think critically. However, that is rooted in real life studies. We are significantly getting dumber. We are. That's a fact. Not only because of AI,
but also current political atmosphere, if you will, about being intellectual. I think that more nerds and geeks, there is a distinction, need to step up and genuinely be smart, whether it be socially, emotionally, physically. I just think that while I have these little talks because we are all cooked. We are cooked as a society. There are other people that think like you, that think that right now we are helpless, but that just means that we are in this together. I am here for you, and oh my god, this is so obvious. I am always going to be weird. I'm always going to be cringe. There is no changing that. No matter what I dress as, there is no changing who I am. And no matter how I look, I will never, ever change myself because you want me to.